What's up, guys? Brand new product just dropped for our 3rd gen Tundras. Cannot wait to show you what it is, how it works, and how easy it is to install on our trucks. Let's get it out of the box. We'll take a closer look and I'll tell you about all the benefits about using this product on our Tundras. All right, guys, here it is. What you're looking at is the brand new Versatrax system for the beds of our 3rd gen Tundras. This is a bed tie-down system that is just an extremely well thought out design, and it's very solidly built. I'm going to go over the details on it. Before I go into any of that, I do want to give a thank you to Nick, who designed and fabricated these. He was nice enough to give me a discount code for the channel here for the entire month of December. Using the discount code, which I'll put on the screen right now, NitroZ18 Fishing is what it is. You're going to save 15% off your entire order for the month of December of 2022. After December, it's good for 5% off your entire order. So take advantage of that, use it, save some money, and get yourself a set of these. So basically, as I mentioned, bed tie-down system, but it's made out of aircraft grade 7075 T6 aluminum, which if you know anything about aluminum, that is a very, very strong product. It's basically double the tensile strength of 6061 T6. It's got a working load limit of 2,000 pounds on these brackets here. It's just an incredibly built product, and the design is awesome. We're going to show it to you in action. I'm going to show you what we're going to be tying down to the bed today, and I'm going to show you the install, which is literally going to take all of 3 minutes to get these in the bed of the truck. But as you can see, it's got holes every 1 inch all across the bars. The way it's built, he built it so it's going to lay flush in our bed. You're going to be able to slide things right over this. It's not going to scrape or anything at all. The other thing he put in here, again, just a well thought out design, he put drainage holes on the end caps of both sides so you won't get water building up in the channel in here. Just an awesome product. He sends, or actually, I'm sorry, you can order 2 different types of T-fittings. You have a double studded with an O-ring, or you can get a triple studded without the ring. You can use other type of T-fittings as well, but those are what he offers on the website. So let me get these things installed in the truck. I'll show you how we're going to do that, and then again, I'll give you a look at them in action and how strong they are. These bolt directly down to the frame of the truck, so we're not going to have to worry about the bed flexing or anything. It is just a very, very solid product. So let's get them installed in the bed, and we'll get to work tying down what we're going to be working with today. All we're going to need for install is a T55 Torx bit. I picked one up from my local AutoZone. It was $7, no big deal. You're going to need those to remove the stock bolts out of the bed. Then once we have the new ones in position, you're going to need a 12.14 millimeter socket and a torque wrench to torque them down to 50 foot-pounds of torque is going to be what we're going to. All right, so we're simply just going to take our T55 and remove the factory bolts. Then we're going to just take our Versatrax system, put it in place, take 2 of the new supplied bolts, and I'm just going to get them started by hand, so you make sure you don't cross thread. We'll take our 14 millimeter, tighten them down. Once we have them snugged up with the ratchet, we're going to take our torque wrench, and again, 50 foot-pounds is what we're going to go to. So I have it set to 50. Tighten down to 50 foot-pounds of torque. We're going to go ahead and repeat the process on the other side, and we'll give you a look at these things in action. All right, there you have it. Both sides are installed. I'll give you a quick look. We'll take a look at the fittings, and then we'll wrap the video up by tying something down. So you can see how low profile they are. Basically just about flush. Very well thought out design. And one other thing I wanted to mention, with the short bed, we can only have the 2 channels, so one here, one there. If you have a standard bed or a long bed, you're actually going to be able to add 2 more channels if you want up at the front. Okay, unfortunately on the short bed we can only use these 2, but on the standard and long bed you can have a total of 4. All right, let's take a quick look at the fittings, and we'll wrap it up by tying something down. As I mentioned in the beginning, double studded with the O-ring or triple studded, they're going to go on the track the same exact way. If you look at the design, this piece right here, spring loaded, you can pick up on it. Okay, you can probably even hear the spring. So all you're going to do is just line up the studs. Again, this is the triple, so it has 1, 2, 3. Line those up with any holes wherever you want to mount it. and try not to get my hand in the way, but just line those 3 studs up with the holes in the track, pick up on that spring-loaded section, slide it, lock it into place. It's that simple, okay? You can see that's not going anywhere. If you want to slide it along the track, all you got to do is pick up on the spring-loaded section, and you can slide it anywhere you want to use it until it locks back in. All right, same thing on the double-studded, just one less stud. That's all there is to it. Let's get something tied down and wrap up the video. All right, guys, here's what we're going to be tying down. 2001 Blaster. A buddy of mine's nice enough to let me use it just for demonstration purposes. Let's get it up on the truck bed, and we'll show you these tie downs in action. Got the Blaster up on the truck bed, and what I want you to really pay attention to is how much you're going to be able to snug this down. Because of it being made out of 70-75 instead of 60-61 aluminum, there is going to be 0 flex on this. Now, obviously, this has the suspension on it, so we're going to kind of pull down on the suspension. But even if you're tying down something rock solid, whatever, a tool chest or anything like that, you're going to be able to torque it down so tight because these are bolted directly to the frame and they will not flex because they're made out of that 70-75. So let's tighten this down, and you're actually going to see we're probably going to be able to bottom out the suspension before anything else. There you can see we have this thing torqued down. It is not going anywhere. I pretty much bottomed out the suspension from what it feels like, from what I can kind of tell by looking in there. But again, even if you're tying down something solid, you know, you're just going to be able to torque it down to where it will not budge. These things are not going to flex. It is just an awesome product for hauling anything in the bed where, you know, of course the tie downs on the side, on the rail and the side of the bed, they're great too, but sometimes you're going to want something like this depending on what you're hauling. Just gives you that extra versatility. And again, I can't say enough good things about how well these things are built. Here's a little better example. It's something solid. So we have a chest here, and you're going to see just how tight you can crank this down. Now, this is obviously not how I would tie this down in the bed, but you can hammer this thing down so tight and not have to worry about anything flexing to where, you know, see if I can even get it one more crank. There you go. Now you can see that thing isn't going anywhere with just one strap tightened down, and you know, cranked pretty much all the way I can get it. So one last thing I want to mention, as you can see, I have my swing cases back in the truck. I also have the T-Track fittings in there. They clear without a problem. So just one more thing that's good to know. If you do have swing cases, you do not have to remove the fittings or anything like that. They fit perfectly fine underneath the cases. So make sure you take advantage of my discount code for the rest of December. It's only December 4th right now. So for 27 days, you guys can get these things at 15% off. After that, it's good for 5% off. So take advantage. I can't say enough good things about these things already. Any questions about them, let me know, and we'll get them addressed for you. Appreciate you watching as always. We'll see you on the next video. Take care.